Hey y'all, it's Wes Cole, and I just want to do one more video in regards to, I mean, I may do 100 more, I don't know, but when I do these videos, they're definitely for myself. They're not for anybody unless they want to watch it, of course, and but it's my way of communicating to myself and to to the universe and everything, you know, how I feel about how today went and stuff. And you know, it's been a rough day, but I'm happy to say right now we have a candle lit, and it's just really interesting, and it's just relieving because we got this candle going, and Tara's in this house. You can just feel her, and it's like she's happy and free in her spirit. I mean, she's like came here and basically told me thank you, basically, you know. And I'm not just making this up. It's, you know, I think anybody can be a psychic to some degree, but I just, you know when there's a spirit in the house talking to you, you know, it overcomes you, and it starts talking to you in your mind, and you're not just telling yourself these things because you want to feel better, because you know, we tell our things because we want to feel better, but there's a big difference between when a spirit comes in and tells you and when you're telling yourself, and you'll know if you've been there. And I hope you have been there, because if you haven't been, you're missing an experience that's important in life, because there's life and there's death, but there's also life after death, you know, and that's for people that aren't, that you know, don't feel that way. I'm okay with that. You can believe what you want, but you know, it's not, I mean, it's pretty easy for me to believe that if I'm here, and I really don't know how I got here. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus. That's how I go. And I'll be honest with you, this whole past week I've been laying my hands on Tara, just praying for the Lord to heal her, and claiming healing in the name of Jesus. I mean, I am a Christian. I really am. I am a kind of a wild guy for my age. I know that, but I mean, you know, I've accepted Jesus as my Savior, and I don't mind saying that on camera. You know, that's who I am and what I do. But I accept people that are Jewish too, and Buddhist, and I also accept you if you're an atheist. You have to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to this whole thing tonight, though, I just feel so relieved because she's in this house and she's telling us, and I just want to share a little more about how we had to come to this decision today, because it's important that people understand this. You know, Tara had a heart tumor that was, I'm calmer now and I can just say it, and I want to say it in an intelligent way, but Tara had a heart tumor that was discovered about a month ago, which means it was probably there at least 2 months, you know, or 3 months maybe, I don't know. But, you know, she had collapsed when I told her to walk up the stairs outside to come in, and that's when I took her in the next day, you know. And then I found out she had the heart tumor, and he told me it's not good. This is not a good thing. You know, most dogs don't even last a week once it's discovered, because it's something you can't discover very easily. The symptoms are, you know, stubbornness and stuff like that. All the things that my dog is it anyway. Both of my French bulldogs are, including my Yorkie now, because they're spoiled rotten, and they know I'm the boss around here, and so is Greg. But they like to rule the roost, so to speak. But anyway. But you know, we had been doing x-rays every week for 4 weeks, and when we first took the x-ray, you saw the massive stuff. You couldn't even see her heart. And then we gave her the shot the first week, like I said, you know, after she had collapsed, and we gave her the what do you call it? I want to make this quick video. We made it was a steroid and a vitamin B injection, and miraculously enough, that whole week, that was a great week. In fact, Greg and I had both gotten on with our lives, and we thought we had forgotten that she was even sick, because she was acting not normal. But it wasn't. It was like the 8th day that she just started not acting right, and not breathing right, and just not walking right, not showing enthusiasm, not feeling well. And I'm trying to think of how this remember, because it's been going on for a month. So I ordered these supplements, you know, that are supposed to that can have the possibility of shrinking tumors, and heart tumors in particular. I don't need to mention the products. If you want to know, message me. I'll be glad to tell you. I think they're both good products. I just think that I think that these work better preventatively probably than once you're at the stage we were at, you know. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't know they're at this stage until it is late in the game, because it just doesn't really, it's not like outwardly, you just don't know, you know. It's just like do I have the flu or do I have pneumonia? You know, who knows until you go in and get seen. But getting back to the point, we had done an x-ray. We did one the first week, and then the second week it had gone down a lot. Oh great, you know, we're going to do good. But then she had the problem, so we got the pills and stuff. So the third week we go in, well that was the week, I believe, that when the fluids came on, and she had gotten so full of fluids, we had to rush her to the emergency room basically, and then we gave her the Lasix, and that worked. Okay, that got all that out, and she was fine. And And I was like, oh great, now we've got it all under control. Keeping in mind that she has a heart tumor that's growing, that we aren't even, that we're trying, that only this stuff, that these supplements I got are the only thing that are actually combating the tumor itself, okay? Because there's nothing really that, unfortunately, that the doctors can do. It's on the heart, and at her age, being 13 or 14, we've got to confirm that on our records. Greg and I'll do that. But she's 13, 14-year-old dog, and when she's been going through this much, the energy level of her, she gets really weak. I'm losing my train of thought now. That's because I've got so much going on, because I feel Tara's spirit in here. But to make a long story short, when we went in today, it was the fourth X-ray. I'm not going to worry about the third. The area was so large, and the liquid area that was covering the heart was larger than it had ever been. And even though she seemed okay today, I had a friend come over, and she, the thing that's so confusing is she'll spend any bit of energy she has just showing you that she loves you and that she's there for you. That's what dogs are programmed for, that with their humans, and that's basically all she's been doing this whole past 7 days. Really, it's really been about me just wanting her to look at me, because that's what she did a lot of her life, and I looked back at her a lot of my life, and it was great. She's been a great friend, and she still is. She's with me now. I feel her, but to make a long story short, it had gotten so much worse. The doctor said, this needle thing, it's just going to fill back up. There's no sense in giving her the steroids or giving her the other stuff again, because it just isn't going to work. It has never worked on the third year, and this doctor's been doing this for about 60. He's about 60 years old and has been doing it all his life. He's one of the best veterinarians I know. And I thank you, Dr. Walton. I'll just say your name and leave it at that. I don't need to mention where you work at, but he's an excellent vet, and I've had some good vet friends. Matri, I'll just call her by first name, that have helped me over the thing, and some great Facebook friends. I think I love all of y'all. Y'all have been just awesome. But what happened was we took her inside, just to give you the details. So I just said, well, I'm not ready to put her to sleep. So I said, just let me look at her for a minute. And then when I looked at her, she just really was not there, really. She was looking at me, we just didn't have any battery left, basically, So I said, Greg, let me take her outside and just see how she responds. So I took her outside, because Greg didn't want me to do that at first, because he didn't want me making a scene or crying in the lobby or whatever, but I told him I'd be calm, and he said, yeah, go do it. And then he was fine with it. So he came out eventually. He came right out afterwards, basically. But when we put her in the grass, she looked at us, she looked at some of the, but she had no interest in even leaving the place, quite honestly. That's what she was telling us, because that was the first time we've ever taken her there. Even though this has been going on for the month that we're aware of, this was the first time that she just wasn't interested in leaving the place. She told us that. And then when I held her in my arms and they put her to sleep, she was gone like that. And she was peaceful, and I just knew immediately I'd done the right thing, and I never thought I could do that to a dog I love so much, So, but the whole thing you got to realize is that you don't want to get your dog home, because he told me basically if we don't do this now, we run the risk. We would have ran the risk tonight of her basically having a serious explosion on the inside, and where she wouldn't have been able to breathe, and it just would have been horrendous. That's not what you do to your dog if you love them, I think we did it at the perfect time. I know we did, and she told me we did. So I just want to explain that to y'all. I love you, and God bless you all, and I'll be talking to you soon. Okay, peace out.